Hello, welcome to part 96 of this Airbnb clone Ruby on Rails series. Before I move on to implementing the Google Maps, I want to make some fixes and especially one error that I want to fix. I'll quickly show it to you. For example, if we go to accounts reservation, there is this property that I booked for 2 nights with a price of $99 as a base price. So this turns out to be 198 and the final amount with service fee is 233. Now what happens is that if I go to my dashboard and go to properties, and for some reason in future this property owner, which is me in this case, changes the value to 199. Okay, so now save, refresh. You will see in this it is writing 199.92 and here 198, which doesn't make sense. It's completely incorrect. So what we have to do is, when we are booking this property, whatever is the per night price, we have to save that also. And if we can save that, then we can calculate everything and make sure that it works. So even if after that the property owner updates the value, it doesn't affect their old reservations. That's what we want. So for that, what we'll do is we'll implement one new thing. We'll add a column. For that, we can do, let's stop this, clear Rails generate migration, add per night price to payments. Okay, let's generate this migration, and in that go to the migration file. Okay, now similar to this, we had added base fare also, right? So I'll copy the code from there, because it's a code from our money rails gem, so I don't want to basically learn that kind of code. It's fine, we use it once, so it's fine to just copy paste it. Add monetized payments. Instead of base fare, we'll write per night amount and all. Let's do this migration. Rails db migrate, clear, and now we'll go to our payments model. So app, because we have changed this model, we have done migration on that, so we'll have to go and check what we have to do there. Let's copy this and add per night cents. Okay, now let's close all these. We have done the migration, right? Yes. So now we will have to get rid of the current booking. So I will go to Rails control payment dot destroy all, payment dot count 0 payments. Okay, now let's do another thing. Booking dot destroy, no, not booking, sorry, reservation dot destroy all, and let's check the count of this reservation. Now none of these should be visible. Okay, right now we haven't started the server. Let me exit this, clear Rails, sorry, not Rails server, bin/dev, because we have to compile TailwindCSS also. Refresh, and we can see there are no reservations. So now at this point we have just added per night in our payments model, so we'll have to add those values also and fetch it whenever we are showing it. So let's go to bookings, and we are adding a payment. That means payment dot create should have been called somewhere, so we are going there. That's great. Now in this we have to add this, but the only change here will be, I won't fetch it from, we can pass it along the way whenever we are calling this success, but what I'll do is I'll get it from property directly here. So property is equals to property dot find. I'm not worried about optimization of the code. I'm focused on fixing the code first. We will optimize the code later on. It should not be an issue. Property base fare, instead of that per night, and instead of this we'll use property dot per night. Sorry, not per night. I think it's price. Let me check this. We might have used it. Property dot price. Yes, property dot price. That should add the payment, hopefully. Now we will have to show it. So what we will do is, wherever we are using property dot price, let me search that only. It's a new, bookings new. So let's go there, and instead of property price, it's in booking new, right? So let's go to its controller also. Let's first add the property and then we will see. Let's reserve this property. 199 is the price. Let me pay this. And we got this error. Can't convert money into big decimal. Okay. Let's try to fix that. What is the value in here? 199.00. Booking balance this. Base fare, base fare percentage, check-in date. So they are directly fetching the value. So we'll do that also. Money, rails, gem. There was one table where they show how you can fetch each and everything. Not in here. Documentation. This one. So we want 6.5. Humanize money, something like this. Let's try this. Or maybe actually we don't need all these things. I got a bit confused. You just have to save it like this. Unique this. Okay, reservation was already created. So what we'll do is Rails console reservation reservation dot destroy underscore all, and now refresh this and it should have been added. I think we are not adding any notice, so we'll have to go to UI accounts, and we have this property 199. Great. Now let's simply go to console and check payment dot all. There is only one payment basically, and we can see per night cents are there. Okay, and it is correct also. So now we have to use it actually. So for using it, we have to use it here. So what I'll do is I'll search night. Or maybe price details. We are using it at 3 places. I'll have to create a common file for that later. Price details, and instead of this we can use @ per night, and we will have to check its code. Bookings new. bookings, new, I'm a bit confused. I don't think we have to do this here. Let me undo this. Let's go here. This is reservation, owner reservation. So here we can use this. We can use the payment and per night. This is one, and another one should be this one, in which payment dot per night. These are the two important places where we have to fix this one and in these reservation, owner reservations as well as user reservations. Okay, so let's cross check this. Go to properties, edit the property, and instead of 199 now we'll make it 99. Sorry, it should be 199. Save. And now let's see here. Refresh, it is still 199. Refresh, it is still 199. And now if we go to bookings, let's book any property, reserve. This is the price detail which is getting affected by this new, and in that we have used property.price only, which is correct, just because at this point we haven't made the payment. Okay, even this base fare is not the payment, it is a variable that is coming, right? So it's fine, it is actually correct. If we will optimize the code, maybe then from that perspective I might fix it. Yes, we can fix it from that perspective. So let's go to bookings, new, and in that @per night equals to property price. Let's use it here and simply use @per. Actually that was not required, but it's fine, at least it's but better readable. Refresh and it is still same. So that works. We have crossed 12 minutes, so I think I won't be able to continue on the other part. Let me pause this because I'm getting some call. Okay, so what I was saying was that we won't continue on the Google Maps in this, but we can still do some optimizations. So I just want to work for 5 or 10 minutes in this, and I don't think Google Maps is something that we can cover. So let's start covering some things. First, let's focus on the ordering of this. We are showing fourth property first, first property first, like the order is not correct, right? So for that, what I'll do is I'll close all these. Go to home, controller, home, and we'll add an order here. This is already dot order. We can use created date, created at, and we'll use descending. That means the latest property will be shown on top. Obviously this is not the optimized code. That's not how Airbnb is doing it. They take a lot of parameters into account, but we are keeping it simple. It's a proof of concept kind of project, so we will keep it simple. Let's open. This is 6th, this is first. Great. So that's first thing that we have fixed in terms of ordering. Maybe what we can do is we can go through all of this, create and destroy. This is not a part. Let's remove this. I'm just focused on ordering of things. In owner, we can go to properties. Let's create index. Let's go to index. Dot will show again created order. Basically will show. Let me revert this. Go to dashboard, properties. We are seeing this Canada property first. Now let's paste this code again, refresh, and we are seeing this property which is 6th first. Okay, and we don't have anything in this. Add, remove, find, edit, index, create, update. That's all. Now let's go to reservation controller. Let's see reservations. So for that we will have to make one more reservation. Now for going to that reservation, I know that there is one more optimization that we have to do, which we can check during payments. So for example, if I go to home page right now, check this console. Okay, I will clear this and where is this? Refresh. Yeah, we can see this Stripe.js message. It should only be available, it should only be visible when we are making a payment. So what I'll do is I'll search where we are using Stripe. We are using it in bookings, payment controller, and in that also in create. So let me search its controller name and action name. Okay, so that we can restrict that the Stripe should get loaded only on this particular controller, for this particular action. So let's search this Rails routes, enter. Let's try to find bookings, reservation. The path for this is controllers booking. Let me search booking. New property booking, properties, property ID booking, new. We are in create. So mostly this one, booking payments and create. This should work. Let's restrict it. So for that, what we'll do is we'll have to go to layouts in that application. We had already written this, so now let's focus on this. If controller underscore name is equals to booking payments and action underscore name is equals to what's the action name, create, then we will load this Stripe JavaScript tag, otherwise we won't. Okay, so we can check this during making the payment that if it is getting loaded, it is working. At least on home page it should not load now, and it is not loading on home page, which is correct. So what were we supposed to do? We were supposed to make another payment. Let's go to dashboard and book this same property only. We will book this same property for a different date, 16 till 18, reserve, confirm and pay. Let's inspect this console. Pay. And now Stripe should get loaded on the next page basically. Okay, we are directing it to home page, so it must have been loaded before that actually on confirm. So it's fine. I think the payment is working. That means it was successful, so no issues. So we have these two bookings. Now we'll have to order it correctly. This is for 3 to 4 and this is for 16 to 18. So we'll have to order it in such a way that first check-in is visible on top. It's already in that format only, but we'll fix that. We'll still write the code to make it foolproof. So for that, we'll go to bookings, not this, properties and reservations. Let's go to properties. In that, we don't have anything. We have already done that. Let's go to reservations. In that, order check-in date. Latest check-in date should appear first. So let's refresh and we can see it's already this. Let's try to change it to descending to see that if it is still working or not. Now this should be second one. Sorry. Okay, I think in check-in date we'll have to do something on. So for that, order by date in Rails PostgreSQL. We will have to mention it correctly. Let's see. It is correct, but let's do it in this way. This dot reverse. Now also it is working correctly. Are we checking it? No, we were checking it on something else. Really sorry. Reverse should get removed. Order should undefined method order. Okay, on flatten it will not work. That makes sense. Okay, order will not work on these, so this will I will do later. We will have to think of it something. No worries, let's close this. Anything else? Let me check couple of to-dos. How much time have we? 21 minutes. So I'll solve something very simple, like 1 or 2 minute thing, otherwise we'll leave it. Comment out this rule if you are okay. Yes, it's fine. We want these to be not included in our Git repository. Redirect to all bookings. This will do. We can do it right now, but I'll have to make the payment, and that's why I don't want to do that right now. It will take some time. Ordering, fine. Visit the URL directly, fine. This we are unable to fix right now. I'll get rid of this to do because we have already fixed that, but others I'll keep pending because right now I'm not focused on that. Profile, it will take some time. This is a sort of an error. Empty state, we will have to create a generalized empty state. Swiper issues, show latest reviews first. Again, I have to add reviews, then only I can do this. Close the model, it's a bug. Add checks. I will have to humanize this, so let's skip that also. Convert this into a partial, we have already done that. Let's get rid of this, and I'll write it about price details because I want to convert this price details into partial. Let's search to do again and show empty page. Okay, so we have these to dos, but it will take some time. So what we'll do is we'll keep on working on this in next videos also. Now I want to do one thing in this video, which is I just want to add latitude and longitude columns in our property table. That's it, so that I can use it in next video. Okay, by default I will set those values as 0. So let's do that migration, because if we want to show a property on Google Maps, latitude and longitude is something that we'll definitely need. So let me check Rails DB schema properties. Yes, let's do this. Stop the server. Rails generate migration. Add latitude, latitude, latitude or latitude. Maybe I'm pronouncing it incorrectly. It's latitude only. Okay, latitude. Add latitude and longitude to properties, and it will be a decimal value. Will be a decimal value. Let's not add this space. Enter. Let's check this migration file. properties, latitude, longitude, default should be 0 and default should be 0. We will do this migration, but okay, let's do this migration first. Rails db migrate. So now this affects the property model, so we'll have to go through that also. It's again same process. If you have your processes clear, it becomes easy to remember. You can create your own process that way. Latitude, longitude, and in our schema, sorry, in seeds file also I'll add this after country. Latitude, and it should be latitude, longitude, and it should be longitude. What I'll do is I'll just drop the database and recreate this. Rails db drop. Actually, I should have just used Rails db reset. Rails db create. Now I'll have to do create migration reset. Migrate reset. Maybe direct reset should have worked instead of using db migrate. You can check that. So that's it for this video. In next video we will start working on the Google Maps, at least either the showing part of it or adding or editing part of it. One of those two things we'll start working on it in next video, and we'll try to fix a couple of things. So yeah, it should be more like 3 or 4 more videos, I'm not sure. And let's go to, I think we have covered 30+ hours of content, so it's really great. So do share it with your friends, like, and do comment. And if you are new to this channel, definitely subscribe, because almost 70% of people are not subscribed, but they are viewing videos regularly. So the response is great, but the subscribers are not increasing. So I would suggest you do consider subscribing. I'll be working on React for front end. Rails I'm already working on, and at some point I'll start working on Kotlin, multi-platform, and Android. So you'll get a good set of knowledge from this YouTube channel. That's it for now. Thank you. Bye bye.